think that's a problem.
Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is a Fox News contributor. I thought for a while there was bipartisan agreement on one, getting to the bottom of the origins of COVID and also holding China accountable. But is that falling apart?
Boy, it sure looks like it, Dana, and that's too bad. It's too bad because Americans need to know how this happened so that we can prevent it from happening again. It's also too bad because people around the world, all over the world, are counting on the United States to lead this effort to figure out how the heck not only did SARS come here from China, but the Wuhan virus came here as well. Every stick of evidence suggests that it came from this laboratory, but if that's not true, so be it. I regret that the Democrat Party has decided to just not focus on this. President Biden says he's got an investigation going on. I hope that's serious. He stopped the one that we were doing at the State Department. I hope that they will take the need for this. The world leaders around the world are watching to see whether America is prepared to confront the Chinese Communist Party for foisting this virus upon the world. And if we're not, if Democrats aren't prepared to be bipartisan in pushing back against the threat from the Chinese Communist Party and the viruses that they're inculcating in their laboratories, the world will watch and will make America less secure.
Because China didn't cooperate, because we don't have information based on those early days as the virus escaped, everybody's looking for answers. Listen to this whistleblower from the lab on Tucker's show last night.
The functions are from different teams which have different expertise in making this gain of function things. So they add it to the virus, and finally the whole virus become the SARS-CoV-2, which carry different kind of gain of functions and target human. That's why later on you see there are a lot of unexplained symptoms happen in the population.
And you can see that entire interview on Tucker Carlson today on Fox Nation. But this is somebody who was in a position to know, sir.
Yeah, Dana, I think we're going to see lots of folks like this come forward. I know the Chinese Communist Party has enormous control, but we've seen this before. There will be folks who were there who this was morally troubling to. They watched the cover-up. They watched doctors die under strange circumstances. They saw journalists disappeared. They saw these things that will bother them deeply, and I think the Chinese Communist Party won't be able to contain this cover-up forever. It may take months. It could take years. I think we'll get those answers, but we have to be asking for them. We have to be actively working for it. We need every American citizen to understand what happened, and we need both parties on Capitol Hill working to get this information for the American people and for the world. This lab is still open, Dana. This lab is still operational. I've seen no indication that they've increased their safety procedures at this laboratory. The risk that something like this could happen again is very real, and we need to know if it came from that laboratory.
Just a quick final thought. Do you believe that President Biden will get some sort of actual conclusion at the end of his 90-day intelligence review? I think we're about 45 days into it now.
Boy, I hope so, but it seems not likely to put this on the intelligence committee to solve in 90 days. They were already working on this. There was not much new to this investigation. I suppose you put a time certain on it. I hope they'll have more information that they can release to the world. And more importantly, I hope they help us figure out what happened here. But I'm not optimistic that at the end of 90 days there'll be a magic solution to this.
Mike Pompeo, former Secretary of State, joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. Have a great day.
And on that note, of Fox News exclusive on China's global influence, a new report